A great show tonight, and this is on sale. It's our foldable 6-tier bookshelves. You guys have made this a customer pick. I'm going to do some reviews here in just a moment, but I want to show you how brilliant this is. Free shipping, and we have flex pays, and we have a whole big range of color. Now, Lou Caputo is not only a former host here, he's also the king of videos and production.
Hello.
And he's been a guest here for a long time. How many years? How many years have you been here as a guest?
As a guest, 22.
22 years, so longer than I have, obviously. But you do all of our origami, brings us great products, as you always do. Why do you think origami is so wildly successful?
Because they not only deliver on the promise, they over-deliver on the promise. I didn't mean that, because like sometimes you'll see things in a store and you're like, oh, this looks cool. You get it home and you're like, not what I thought, okay? With origami, you gotta trust us, first of all. You get it home, and I promise you that you're gonna love it when you get it there. And the main reason, no assembly. You just take it out of the box and it's good to go. It's what we call immediate gratification.
It's true, that's
right off the
very
bat.
true.
And you know what's interesting about this one? So this was like the third or fourth piece that we ever did in the line, okay? And it was by customer demand for this style, because everybody wanted something with a smaller footprint, still had the strength, still had the powder-coated steel, but they wanted to be more decorative friendly, so we came up with this guy. But before I get into all the details on this one, here's the big deal about that. Since we knew it was gonna go in the house, we said, you know what, guys? Let's give them colors.
Lots of colors.
So let's start down here and then we'll work our way back. So we'll give you lots and lots of colors. So let's start with the easy ones, white. Okay, beautiful, crisp, clean white. Fair warning, when we have free shipping, this one goes like gangbusters.
Crazy.
Yeah, kitchens, bathrooms, the baby's room, laundry rooms. I mean, it's
and guess
everywhere.
what? It's the most limited going into this hour. There you go. Oh, there's 200 left.
There we go.
200 left, that's it.
Okay. Then this one is the vintage bronze right here. Very, very popular. You've got dark furnishings in your house. Maybe you've got leather, maybe you've got wood. It looks absolutely spectacular. Pewter is the next one. Now, pewter was the original color of origami. That's what we started with. Way back when we thought no one's ever gonna put these in their house. Now everybody puts them in their house. But that was the original color. Most of mine are that color, to be honest with you. This is the matte black finish. The black finish,
That's
but
nice.
I love the matte.
It's super home decor friendly, too.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
love that
sleek
about this.
looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, new color that we just introduced a few months ago. This one is called the Riverside Blue.
Pretty.
Yeah, I love that one. Guess what this one is?
Red.
No. This one is rhubarb.
Rhubarb, okay.
Rhubarb, because
There
we
you
can't
go.
just call it red. It's rhubarb. You know what, but it's not really a red.
No, yeah, it's got a little hint of pink to it.
Yeah, a little bit of hint of pink in there. And then this one of my favorites
That
right
one's
here.
really pretty.
The forest green.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I mean,
gorgeous.
imagine this one like on your patio or something with plants on it.
Oh, it's a great
Because a
idea.
lot of people use it for that as well. But let's show everybody what the magic is with this one and why this has become so popular. So I'm going to pull this one out here. First of all, these are all made of powder-coated steel, okay? Kind of a big deal because that means that you can use them indoors, you can use them outdoors because they're going to resist corrosion. They're also going to resist scratching and they're going to resist chipping as well. So that's a huge, huge feature. That's why these last for so incredibly long. Now, the other things that we did with this one is that we added some features to it that you're not going to see in other origami pieces. For instance, the shelves, okay? The tops of these shelves, normally when you look at origami, you're used to seeing wire shelves, okay? But in this instance, we knew people were gonna use them indoors, and since we called it a bookshelf, we said, you know what? We need to make sure things don't fall through the top of this, okay? So we put perforations in here. Now, we could have done a solid piece. The reason we didn't is what I was just talking about with the forest green a moment ago, which is that some people like to use these as plant shelves. So it's important that air can flow through and that water can drain on these, all right? So that's why the holes are there. Now, another feature that we did, if I turn this just a little bit sideways, look right here. The lattice work on the side right here, okay? Now, it is welded to the frame, so it gives a little structural integrity to it, sure. It is decorator friendly. I think it adds a nice little bit of panache to this, but then the other thing about this is that it stops the books from falling off. Right. Kind of a big deal. Now, when you look at this right here, each and every shelf on this is 2 feet across, and they're about 11 inches deep on the actual shelf part. So you got to figure about a 12-inch standoff from the wall. That's how far that's going to stick out. Then you got the 2 feet. Now this really is 12 linear feet of storage because you've got 2 feet per shelf. There are 6 shelves. That's the 12 feet right there. Now, how much do these shelves hold? Well, the way you're looking at it right here, I've got what they call the leveling feet on the bottom of this, okay? Now, why do we put them on there? Because you're gonna have crystal on here and photos and all kinds of things you don't wanna have fall and tip and break. So these feet actually, if you rotate them, if I go clockwise, you're gonna see that one start to come down. If I go counterclockwise, notice I've mastered this, where I don't have to bend down now.
It's very impressed.
Thank you. If you rotate it counterclockwise, it actually retracts in there. The implication of this, one, it's gonna make it level no matter what your floor is like. But two, if you use the leveling feet, we recommend you limit yourself to 50 pounds per shelf.
But wait, but that's still 50 pounds per shelf.
That's 300 pounds.
Right.
Thank you. That's 300 pounds. I say it like it's nothing. It's 300 pounds. Okay, try that with particle board. Wait, don't. Okay, because that's bad. But let's say that you've got perfectly level floor, right? Your tile was laid and it's just perfectly level. You don't have to use the feet. And if you don't use the feet, you can go up to 70 pounds per shelf times 6. That's 420 pounds that you can put on one of these. Oh, and by the way, I buried the lead here. Here's the thing about these that really makes these special.
Oh, you totally did.
I totally did. I haven't sold these in like a month or more. All right, watch this. You just push like this. Boom, and it folds down flat that easily, okay? In fact, I'll just pull that closed even a little bit more. There you go. So you're looking at about 4 inches wide for storage purposes, for transportation purposes, but this is also how it comes to you in the box. So when you get it, all you're gonna do is grab the sides like this and pull this open. There we go. This is a brand new one. You know how I can tell? Because it's a little stiff. Then I'm gonna turn this around so you can see the back of it. You guys knew what I was gonna do before I did it. Right here, we're gonna put the patented origami toggle in there. You're gonna see this a lot tonight. Pull that down, that locks it. You saw how the whole thing sat down. I'm gonna pick it up. You can see just by doing that, this is almost done. Then you flip over the top shelf, just like this, one more latch, and bam, that's it.
That's it. It's just that easy.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you have a closet that just makes you crazy? It's just stuff everywhere. It could be the linen closet. It could be the closet walking into your house, you know, your foyer. You've got coats everywhere. There's just stuff all over the floor. You know, we just have those spaces in our life that really just make us nuts. And there's nothing worse than having to dig for stuff, or you can't find something, you know it's in there, or you buy stuff too often because you can't remember where it was and you can't get to it. That's what origami is so brilliant. If you were just thinking about buying any shelves, I don't care if it's basement to garage to attic to a kitchen to a laundry room to a bedroom to the closets, do not waste your money on plastic shelves. Do not waste your money on particle board. Can particle board hold over 300 pounds, 50 pounds per shelf? No. Have you tried to put particle board together and you've got pieces left? Plastic is so rickety, it's gonna fall over. It looks cheap, right? Plastic just looks bad. It does. When you invest in origami, at tonight's price is the same price you're gonna pay for particle board or plastic. It really is.
Oh,
you know
easily.
how expensive those plastic things are?
Yeah.
You're gonna pay the same price. When you invest in it once, it's years that's gonna be in your life. And here's the thing I love most about it. As your living circumstances changes, this changes with it.
Right.
We've had origami since we lived in a really kind of big house, and now I live in about 900 square feet. And guess what? That origami goes with us in every move we've made. It just changes jobs. When I first bought the big guys that are coming up, that was sort of, I had all my sewing equipment, I had all my fabric on it for all my crafting stuff. Now we'll show you a picture. My origami, the big guys, I have origami in my house too, but my big ones, that is now our perfectly organized space.
There you go.
We don't have to dig for anything. We can roll our origami out to get to it. That space saved us a ton of money because if you're just tossing stuff in a big space and you're not using that vertical space, you're really spending way too much money in your storage.
Absolutely.
If you just got it for, and look at that, we've got them packed. They're all on the right.
You really
and
do.
they're to the back.
Yeah.
But we were able to create that little aisle to walk in there
alleyway
to get to stuff. But look at how nice and organized it is. I mean, that is a place where we can find everything when we need it.
I wonder if that's wide enough where you could put a whole nother set on the other side
I think
there.
we could, I just didn't have it. I might have to get the thinner ones on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But isn't it funny? It needs it. I can see those
as
boxes.
long as they're on wheels and you just put them out in the hallway, because that's what I used to do.
Yeah, so what you do is you fill the whole thing up with origami.
Exactly.
You roll them out to get to what you need, and then you roll them back in.
We'll show you that later when we do the big rack, because it's genius the way it works.
Very genius,
now,
actually.
I want to show you something. Leah, I need you over here. Oh, I need you on the thing, because I want to show you something.
Where are you going, Leah?
That shot right back there of that shelf. I don't know if you noticed it, but that's actually one of these bookshelves.
That looks great.
Doesn't it look amazing?
Wow.
Look how fantastic that looks up against that wall right there.
That looks awesome.
And you know what's neat is that it's got this incredible pop of color.
Yeah.
That just, I mean, and that's that rhubarb color. So if you're like sitting at home going like, I don't know what I would do with the rhubarb, that's what you would do with it. Get that splash of color in your house. But it doesn't look like something that came flat packed in a box. It doesn't look industrial. It looks beautiful. It looks warm and inviting.
Yeah, it does. And
Yeah.
it's practical.
Yes,
I mean, think
totally.
about that if you put it in your foyer. This is where all the mittens go. Like, how's winter for you? You've got mittens and boots and all that gunky stuff. Or think about in your back door.
Yes.
Everybody's coming in from the snow and
The
all
mudroom.
that. Well, here's what's nice about any of these. They look decorative,
Yeah.
but put the wet mittens on here.
Oh,
Put the
you
wet
can't hurt
hats in
them.
here.
Yeah.
Put the wet
The wet
boots.
towels.
The wet towels, the wet boots. You know,
Yes.
this can handle it. And while it looks decorative and beautiful, it's really designed to take it.
Actually, you know, that's an interesting thing too, because like most of the shelving systems that are out there, if you want decorative and beautiful, you're going for something that's not made to take abuse, that's not made to put up, like for instance, I said, you know, wet towels. I'm talking like wet towels from the pool, chlorine. You know what I'm saying? Things that normally would be corrosive, they're not gonna bother these. Same thing in the laundry room. If you've got bleach, it's not gonna bother them either. And this one, I love this example because there's a lot of people out there that have half baths, you know, that don't really have any shelving in them, a linen closet, or even like sometimes they've got pedestal sinks and there's no place to put, you know, anything underneath it. This is great for that because unlike particle board, the steam and the humidity and all that, it's never gonna hurt this.
Yeah, and then he said it too. This can go outdoors. We've had
totally.
our origami outside. We have people put these by the barbecue. People put them on their balconies in New York City, in Chicago. They'll put them, and you can leave them out there.
In the winter.
It's not like you have to baby them.
No.
Please, please, please remember this moment. The next time you go to buy shelving, if you don't buy origami, just stop and go, wait a minute. And you're about to buy particle board or plastic or getting wood shelves, like even you spend a ton of money on really nice wood shelves, take a moment and think, wait a minute, let me go on HSN and get my origami. It's a huge game changer. You know, it was kind of fun for Craig too. The poor guy did all this organization. I was no help whatsoever. I'm very proud of him too. He's been very busy. But guess what? We've had that origami in our old storage for a long time, right? But he was able to close it down, throw it in his truck, bring it to the new
move it
place
on his own.
on wheels.
Yeah.
So he just wheeled everything back into the new spot.
It's so well, and this is the thing too. I'm gonna grab this blue one in here just because I like this color. But here's the thing, like if you're a parent, you got kids going to college, you know, and you're looking for dorm room furniture, you know, because my dorm room, believe it or not, did not have a bookshelf in it of any sort. There were no shelves. I had a mirror with like 2 drawers and a little tiny closet, so small. You know, I guess they didn't think that we needed to like hang clothes up or something, which is why I still don't today. But so, well, I want you to see, when you're moving the kids back from school, this is the whole procedure, just like this. And you're done, and you throw this in the back of your vehicle. And I mean, if you look at this, how tall this is, right? It'll fit in the back of pretty much any SUV, a pickup truck, even the trunks on a lot of full-size cars.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, we've got so many colors. Normally, we do not have all these colors. Little update, the white's almost gone, guys. This is always the fastest, the most popular. We have now, how many, Rob, left? Okay, guys, we have about 150 left in the white, so that is the most limited, all the choices. I think if you're buying it, the white's great. I also love the matte black. It's a great home decor color, too, because it just blends into every decor that you have whatsoever. So stay on the line. Remember, it is the best hour ever because we have